You've got a fairly limited budget, somewhere between 250,000 to 300,000, and you want a phone with a good performance. At that price, buying a budget phone isn't really an option if you are after a solid performance. Most of the new budget phones within that range won't take you very far. They are fine for the basics, but when it comes to real performance, they fall short. With the same budget, you can grab a device that may not be brand new anymore, but still outperforms many of today's budget phones by a wide margin. That is exactly what I want to show you in this video. I've got a list of 5 solid options, phones we've talked about before, ones that are absolutely worth revisiting. We are approaching the end of 2025. These devices are still proving themselves as the best value for money smartphone at this price. If this is something you've been searching for, or you are curious about which phone can give you the most performance without breaking the bank, then sit back, relax, and make sure you watch till the end of this video. You definitely don't want to miss any part of it. The first phone on my list is the Galaxy S20 FE. You can't go wrong with this phone, even right now at the end of 2025. If you manage to get a good unit right now, there's really no major shortcoming that will hold you back. I know some of you might be saying, but this phone isn't getting updates anymore. That's not entirely true. Galaxy S20 FE is no longer receiving major Android updates or One UI update. You won't see it jump from Android 13 to Android 15 or from One UI 5 to One UI 7 or One UI 8, but Samsung is still rolling out security patches. That means this phone is still being maintained on the software side. In my opinion, with a budget of around 250,000 naira, Galaxy S20 FE is hands down the best performance phone you can buy, because under the hood it is rocking the Snapdragon 865 processor, a 5G chipset built on a 7nm plus process. And even though it is a few years old now, this thing is still a beast. It can handle high graphics game without breaking a sweat. Multitasking is smooth. Pretty much any other FE task you throw at it, you are getting a 32 megapixel selfie camera on the front, plus triple camera setup at the back that delivers in almost every scenario. Then we have the display, 6.5 inches Super AMOLED panel, Full HD plus resolution, 120Hz refresh rate. It is a beautiful screen. You are also getting those flagship touches, punch hole design, smooth animation thanks to the high refresh rate, under display fingerprint sensor, 4K video recording, and overall a very premium feel. Another thing I love is the storage flexibility. The base model comes with 128GB of internal storage, but unlike newer phones today, S20 FE actually supports micro SD expansion. That means you can carry as much storage as you want without paying crazy extra amounts for higher storage model. S20 FE can comfortably take you through a full day if you are a light user or a moderate user. But let's be real, most people who are going for this phone right now, they are performance focused users. If you fall into that category, you probably need to charge your phone for at least once or maybe twice in a day, depending on how heavy your usage is. When it comes to gaming, the Snapdragon 865 can definitely handle high settings without breaking a sweat. If you want the smoothest experience and you also want to manage it and battery life, I'd recommend keeping your graphics setting on medium or low. It is not because the phone can run the games at highest setting. It can. Lowering the setting keep the device cooler and let you game longer without overheating, draining your battery, or frame drops. As of right now, you can grab the Galaxy S20 FE for around 250,000 naira. At that price, you are getting flagship level performance, great camera, beautiful 120Hz display, expandable storage. It is a fantastic deal if performance is your priority. Another solid option you to consider right now is the Galaxy S21 FE. It comes in at a slightly smaller size than the Galaxy S20 FE. This phone is still an amazing package. One of the biggest strengths is the software support. Samsung promised up to 4 years of major Android updates, and since it launched with Android 12, that means we are going all the way up to Android 16, current Android 16 and then One UI 8, compared to this Galaxy S20 FE, which no longer gets major updates. S21 FE clearly has the edge when it comes to longevity. S21 FE brings a few noticeable improvements. Under the hood, you are getting the Snapdragon 888. In my opinion, this chip isn't as power efficient as the Snapdragon 865 on the S20 FE. Don't get me wrong, the Snapdragon 888 is powerful. It can handle anything you throw at it, but If efficiency and thermal management matters to you, then the S20 FE feel a little more balanced. That said, the real advantage of the S21 FE is the software longevity. While the S20 FE has stopped receiving major updates, S21 FE still gets the latest update. If staying up to date is important to you, this is a big reason to pick the S21 FE over the S20 FE. And as for the rest of the package, it is solid. There is no memory card expansion here, but everything else holds up well. A versatile camera system capable of 4K video recording on both the rear and the front, a sizable battery that can handle daily tasks. For me, if raw performance and efficiency are your top priority, I'd still lean toward Galaxy S20 FE. But if you follow updated software, then the S20 FE makes a lot of sense. With around 250,000 naira to 270,000 naira, you can actually get yourself a solid S21 FE. Incredible value for what the phone offers. The funny thing is, a lot of people are still overlooking it. Instead, they are going for the latest budget phones from Tecno or Infinix. Phones that honestly don't come close when it comes to performance, when it comes to camera, display, or when it comes to long-term support. S21 FE outclasses them in almost every single way, yet they are all sitting on the same price range. Another fantastic option is the Google Pixel 6 Pro. This is a true flagship from Google, launched back in 2021, yet even right now in 2025, it is still an incredible phone. First of all, when it comes to software, Pixel 6 Pro is completely up to date. You are not missing out on the latest features or security updates. The display is another highlight. Large 6.7-inch AMOLED panel, 1440p resolution, protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victors. This is flagship level quality, the same standard you'd expect from brand new premium devices today. The real star of the show is the camera system. If you are into photography or videography, whether you are a content creator or you are just someone who loves capturing great photos, then the Pixel 6 Pro is one of the best you can get for this budget. Google's image processing is still top tier. Both the front and the rear camera deliver amazing results for photos and 4K videos. And to round it all, you are also getting a solid battery that can easily handle a full day with the optimization with Google's software. If you focus on camera, software update, true flagship experience, then the Pixel 6 Pro is easily one of the best pick available right now. The Galaxy A35 also make its way into the list, mainly because it sits in the same price segment and deliver exactly what we are looking for, which is good performance at a reasonable price. This one is a much more recent Samsung release, which actually make it easier to recommend. It is not as powerful as the S20 FE, S21 FE, or Google Pixel 6 Pro we talked about earlier. It still gives you solid, reliable performance for everyday use and even some moderate gaming. It runs the Exynos 1380 processor built on a 5nm process. Samsung has been using this chipset a lot in their mid-range devices. It has proven to be efficient and capable for the basics. It is a new chipset, so they are well optimized. One of the biggest advantage of the A35 is the software support. That is something you won't find on most other old flagship options, and it gives the A35 a clear edge in longevity. And for those who still care about storage flexibility, Samsung included micro SD support on this model. While it may not be the raw performance king, A35 gives you a well-balanced package for modern software, long-term support, efficiency, expandable storage. Now, with the Galaxy A35, you are also getting access to some premium features that we normally see on Samsung flagship phones. Samsung has brought them down to a more affordable level. The battery is another strong point. Since this one is much more recent device compared to older flagship we talked about earlier, the battery health is naturally going to hold up better over time. You are likely getting more endurance here than on phones like Galaxy S20 FE or Google Pixel 6 Pro. The price make it even more sweeter. With the release of the newer Galaxy A36, the price of the A35 has dropped, making it an amazing deal right now for anyone who wants a modern, long-lasting phone with premium purchase at a more budget-friendly cost. Then finally, the last phone on the list is an iPhone. which is the iPhone 11. This is one device we talk about a lot. It is one of the safest iPhone to recommend right now on a budget. iPhone 11 is running on the latest iOS, which is amazing for a phone that comes out a very long time ago. If you're looking for an affordable entry into Apple ecosystem, iPhone 11 is the lowest you can reasonably go while still enjoying strong performance. The phone is powered by the A13 Bionic chip. The dual camera setup at the back also holds up well, and the overall experience is exactly what you'd expect from an iPhone. One thing I'd recommend is to avoid the 64GB version of the iPhone 11. You can go for 128 or 256GB storage variant. The only real drawback here is the battery life. iPhone 11 battery may not take you through a full day if you are a heavy user, but with proper management or extra power bank, it is still manageable. Now the price has dropped significantly, making iPhone 11 more affordable than ever. If you are on a budget, you want an iPhone that is still relevant, that is updated, and that is still powerful, 11 is a great starting point. Thank you very much for watching this video. Which one of these phones are you using? Share your experience in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Then if you have any question regarding these phones, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Then we'll catch you in the next one.